Hello again, and welcome to Devotion to Writing. My name is Justin Aaron, and I thank you for checking out this channel. I really appreciate you tuning in. So today I wanted to talk about living with what we create, and specifically the time that it takes us to create a piece of writing or a painting or a dance, or by extension anything that we wish to create in our lives. So there's a paradox in this. I don't really want to get it too much into, but I'll say this, that this idea that it takes any time at all to create something is really an illusion. In reality, it takes no time at all, because creation is always happening in the present, and the present is now, which is eternal. But let's set that aside for the purpose of this discussion, and just say that it takes time to write a story, to write a poem, to create a painting. And in order to do this, we must sit and see and feel. And often this seeing and sitting and seeing and feeling is not realized in one sitting. We don't make a story, write a novel, of course, create a painting, whatever it is, in one single sitting. It takes time. So of course, when we sit to create, we can get some of it down in the moment of sitting. In fact, the challenge of in one sitting is to get as much of it down, as much of what's rushing through us down on the page in that moment as we can. But knowing that we're going to return to the thing to complete it. I mean, very infrequently do we realize an entire piece in one sitting. A poem, for sure, perhaps we could do it, but for the most part, what we create, we don't do it in a single sitting. Each thing we create has its own time frame for creation, for completion, and sometimes we just have to grow in order to meet it. This is a really interesting thing. We complete it with ourself. We bring ourself to it, we give ourself to it, and this is how a thing is made. We breathe with it, we breathe for it, until it can breathe itself. And then we spend more time nurturing it and asking it questions, being curious about it, befriending it. Our time is attention, and our attention is a form of love. And only under our care can our work grow. Only by spending time with it does the piece become fully realized, does the poem become fully fleshed out. This is really vital, this care that we bring to it. It is vital. It is what gives it its aliveness. Our care, our love of our creations is how we create. And we can't create in fear. We can't create in doubt. We can't create by thinking our creations are wrong or bad. Because essentially when we do that, we're thinking that we are wrong or bad or less than perfect. And really think that genius is this faith in oneself as a creator, as that what we're doing is value, has value, and that what we are doing is perfect. Everything has its own time frame, as I mentioned, for completion. So try not to get caught up in thinking that it shouldn't be taking this long to create a poem. It shouldn't be taking years to write this novel. Don't get caught up in this idea that there's a time that something should be done. This is a false belief. And I think it leads to this idea that we can't do it. And then that leads to the belief that, oh, I must not be a writer if I can't finish this. Just keep investing yourself, keep investing your attention in your piece, your care in the piece, and over time, the thing will be realized. I think if we create this way, we really get one of the true pleasures of creating, and that is this joy of living with our creations while we are creating them. You might not think about that, but what we do when we're creating, when we're investing our attention and our care in creating, is we are walking around with the things we're creating. We're carrying them. And when we're carrying them and walking around with them, when we're living with them, we are allowing them to teach us to see as they see. And as you see, they see. So let them sing through you. You are their creator, but they are also creating you. The you that you are becoming with them. They are creating the you are becoming with them. Georgia O'Keeffe, the painter, said, "Nobody sees a flower really. It takes time. It is so small. It takes time. And we haven't time. And to see takes time, like to have a friend takes time. Like having a friend takes time." Can we befriend our creations? Can we befriend our writing? Can we befriend our poems, our stories, our memoirs? I mean, essentially, we're befriending ourselves when we do this. Nobody else is going to be able to see the little flower that you are creating. You can't even see all of it in the beginning. And this is really key. You don't know the thing that you're creating yet. You don't know fully what it can become. You may recognize its potential, but you have no idea what it is going to grow into. So don't panic. Don't worry over your work. And I would say instead, enjoy this deliberate friendship that you are cultivating, that you are facilitating. Experience this, and you experience your creations enriching your life. Your life will be enriched by your creations. And when they have lived through us and we have lived fully through the things that we're creating, we're finished with them. And that is okay. We can let them go. But we keep creating because this is what we are. And so if you can just sit with all you're creating and simply enjoy it, enjoy them, be with them, show up for them, bring your attention and your care and your love for the things that you're creating, this is where the creations in your life start to feel to you like the abundance that they really are. But I think when we're in that struggle, when we're always thinking about what they aren't, what we haven't done yet, how we haven't completed these things yet, it feels like scarcity. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Be with your creations. Give them time. Be friends with them. Befriend them. Live with them. Enjoy living with them. This is really such a wonderful experience to be with all of the things you're creating. That's the message today. Thank you much for tuning in. If you like this video, I'd say please subscribe and share it with your friends and your community. That will help get the word out. If you are interested in learning more about devotion to writing, you can visit devotiontowriting.com. I offer a host of workshops and retreats around the world, so you can learn a little bit more about those. And I thank you for tuning in. I hope you write deeply and that you create your biggest dreams. Thank you.